They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Colts. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Working out of the gun, Franks. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Franks. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Play action. It's Eason. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's got room. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll look to run with Taylor. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First down, Sawyer. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, and it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. Here's 2nd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Franks now.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
And Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle,
puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Setting up play action. Franks. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Franks looking to throw.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Sawyer. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Franks, 3rd down from the gun. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Now Franks. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Second down and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Franks. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll run on 1st down. Sawyer. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Franks. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to to throw. Franks. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Franks. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The 71 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Eason. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the gun is Eason. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Eason to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
We certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Running left, Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Eason. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Franks. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the ball comes out. And the Colts pick it up.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules, but declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
1st and 10, Eason.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Taylor's got the 1st down and more.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. He's doing that in this game.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Naeem Hines
yards. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Taken at about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. On 1st and 10, Franks. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use
Eason gets hit and the ball pops free. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. picked off by Deron Harmon. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Colts, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.